The curse of knowledge, it is a real thing, people, and in this video I'm going to explain what it is. I'm also going to give you a couple of tips about Microsoft Teams to make finding things in it a little bit easier for you, and I'm going to explain how to file save as PDF, which might sound really simple, but that takes me back to the concept of curse of knowledge. It's a real thing. What is it? Well, curse of knowledge is the idea that once you have a lot of information, you sort of become cursed by it. In one sense of it, it can mean that you have a lot of bias, which means that you only see things from the point of view of the knowledge that you have retained. And this could apply to a skill as well. It also can mean, though, that you're cursed by having a lot of knowledge and you forget what it's like to be a novice, just starting out, for example, in your career. So if you're a 40-year-old trainer or educator, putting yourself in the shoes of an 18-year-old or novice is going to be a bit challenging because now you've accumulated all kinds of information that makes the doing of a task really simple to you, but it's because you're drawing on just years and years of experience, and your body just naturally does it, for example, but it wouldn't come natural if you had to learn all the steps again. So you have to put yourself in the point of view of that novice and think about all those steps. And that is genuinely a curse. It's very hard to do. So this actually brings me to why I'm even talking about this. And this week was the start of the university for us at where I teach, which is Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. And one of the activities we have students do is an assessment, and they have to save a file as PDF in order to complete it. I'll explain more about that in a moment. And I had a couple of students reach out to me as the instructor of record saying, look, I don't know how to complete this assignment because I don't know how to save a file as PDF. And the funny thing is, I actually used to include on the prompts for student and the explanation of the assignments information about how to save a file as PDF. I had a video tutorial on it even, but I quit adding that because I thought this was something that they already knew, and unfortunately that's not the case. And what does it harm to put that back on? So I'm going to do that, right? Some students might know how to do it and don't need it, but it's best to give that information than rather not. And I'm really happy with these students by taking initiative and reaching out to me to make sure that they could do it. And so in this video, though, I'm going to show you how to save a file as PDF because who knows, maybe there are some of you out there who might be following this channel because you're really looking for those tips on efficiency and effectiveness, but don't know how to save a file as PDF because you know what? We just don't know what we don't know, and that is okay. That's an okay thing to be. We can't know everything, and just admitting to what we don't know is fine as well. Let me go ahead and jump to the PC and show you how to search in Microsoft Teams as well as save a file as PDF. Okay, so here I am on a screen, and it's actually a chat screen in Teams with my doctoral advisee OJ Duncan. And OJ is an assistant for me. He's a GA, graduate assistant, and he has been for a couple of years, which means that we probably have had a long chat history going back to 2018, as you will see is the case. So let's say, though, that we want to find something related to the GA, and so we're talking about his GA-ship, and I'm just going to do one quick thing that'll help me find where it is that we had that conversation, and that is to hit Control F or Command F. Now, take note that at the top here, it is blank in search, but if I hit Control F, watch that area, boom, it opens up that information, and now I can type something like GA, pops open a screen of all the references to GA, as well as things like GAP, Garfinkel, Gala, and so forth, which is one thing that if you have a lot of conversations or words that are associated with other words, it could pull up a pretty long stream. But look, going all the way back to 2018, Teams finds that, which is great. It's essentially a long-standing record of your conversations. Now, another great thing, though, is let's say, for example, you want to find content across a variety of channels. Let's say OJ was asking me something about a course I'm teaching, and I'm already with him in the chat, but I want to find that. I'm just going to use the /. So I go up to search, right? Let me do that again. I'm over here. I'm going to go up to search. I'm going to hit the / key, and all of these options open up because this is the stroke that you used for a variety of commands within Teams. And in this case, what I want to do is go ahead and say find, hit the tab key, and it'll ask me which channel do I want. So let's say I want the common conflict channel, and now I can search that. It would take me, or it would show me the findings from that. I could then click on it. It would take me to that channel and that location. I could copy, paste it back in this channel, and it makes my life a lot easier. Note, though, that with those commands, there's a lot of options. So right now you can see over here that I am busy. But let's say that I want to make myself available. So all I need to do is / available, and boom, I'm available across Microsoft 365. So let's say I was working on a document with a colleague and I was away for a while, now they would see that I am back and could ask me questions. I could also do something like do not disturb, which is /DND, and now it's going to be blocking everything. It's only going to prioritize information from contacts, which is critical. Let's go ahead and say that I am busy because I'm producing a YouTube video. And there you go, my status is set to busy. This is across Microsoft 365, so my Outlook, the Word document that I might be working on with a colleague, will all now reflect my status as busy. So there's your tip for Microsoft Teams. I hope you found that useful. Let's talk about saving a file as. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my email that essentially needs to be saved as a PDF. The case example here is that students are completing their pre-course assessments. We want to assess what they know about communication before they start a class. We want to make sure that they are actually completing it, so to incentivize them, we attach it to a grade, but we also want to make it anonymous so that they feel okay to just share their perspective without any bias or thinking that we're observing them. So how do we do that? Well, we have them complete the first form. When they click submit, it takes them to a second form. They fill in their details, hit submit, and it emails them. So in this case, I sent an email as if I was a student to myself. So I'm the student, I get an email. The directives in the prompt say save a file as PDF and upload it to the learning management system in order to get the grade. So all they need to do then is come over here. They need to click print, and this would be the same for any type of product. So you just need to find the print feature for that product, click print. It's actually going to give me the printer option as print as PDF in Microsoft if you have Windows 10. And so you could see an example of I might be having this printer, which is an actual printer, but I can just go save as PDF, click save, and that would work that way. It would put it in the folder that you want and so forth. Another option, of course, is to highlight all of this text, copy it, which you can use Control-C, but you can also just click copy here with the mouse, and then paste it into a Word document, which I've already done. And once it's there, you go to File, Save As, and then now you choose the folder you want. I'm going to drop this down and I'm going to select from all the various options PDF, and I'm going to just call this assessment because that's what it is. And I'm going to go ahead and open it. Here it's saved as PDF. Let's say here it is. Click Save. And there you go, it is now a PDF. Now I only want to mention this because the great thing is Word products all allowed to save as PDF, which is important for a couple of reasons. One, if you have a Microsoft account, you have access to Word. And even in the free features, you can do a file save as PDF. But more importantly, if you have a document, let's say a large one with a table of contents, go File, Save As, PDF, and it will retain all of the interactions, like the interactive table of contents. It'll save all the URLs as URLs. If you do the print as PDF, the unfortunate thing is you might lose some of those interactions. So just be aware of that. So file save as PDF is actually very helpful. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope that you found those tips in Teams as well as how to file save as PDF useful. If you did, hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. And while you're down in that area, you might as well hit the notification bell to get more videos just like this one, where I will cover even more topics related to improving the efficiency and effectiveness of your workflow so that you become more proficient in your everyday work life. Now, with this said, I want to just say that the curse of knowledge is very real, and I hope that you will not be a perpetuator of it. Let's break that curse. Let's make sure that we are explaining things to our students and our trainees from the mindset of a novice, or allowing them to tell us that they understand that. Let's move on to the next thing so that we can just go ahead and break that curse. Again, saving a file as PDF is something that we all probably think most people can do, but it is obviously not the case. If you have other examples of the curse of knowledge, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd be interested in experiences where you've either been the perpetrator of it or you have been the victim of it. Would love to know. Again, just put those in the comments. So if you found this video useful or you find yourself struggling with technology, that's okay. Just remember to trust the process. We're always learning. You can't know everything. And in fact, I look forward to seeing you in the new video where we learn something new together. I'll see you around.